Chapter 14. The Simultaneous Offensive. With Gravek's words echoing in their minds, the group returned to Earth. Peace had been left behind. The air felt charged, almost oppressive. Gravek observed in silence that world unknown to him, with the weight of his actions reflected in his gaze. They met with Bulma, Vegeta, and Gohan at Capsule Corp. As the truth sank in, everyone understood the true magnitude of the crisis. The atmosphere became dense. Piccolo was the first to break the silence. Halira warned us. According to the navigation logs, Earth is Eldran's final target. His plan culminates here. The revelation landed like a sharp blow. Earth was the epicenter of the conspiracy. Meanwhile, in Eldran's fortress, on the distant planet Voleom, the echo of battle still reverberated through the stone walls. An imposing warrior fell to his knees, spitting a mixture of saliva and blood. Shh! He raised his eyes, holding back a grimace of pain. You've gotten even stronger, but if it weren't for that damn technique of yours. He tried to stand up, but with his body already battered, the suppression stifled every attempt to move. He laughed breathlessly, with blood staining his mouth. How long has it been? Days? Weeks? It doesn't matter. Someday, I'll wipe that smile off your face. Eldran descended slowly, looking at him coldly. So much time, and you still bark the same, he declared with contempt. Your resistance is futile, but your fury will serve my purpose. The warrior convulsed one more time before collapsing unconscious. The silence became absolute. Eldran observed the motionless body with a disturbing calm. Perfect. My new instrument is almost ready. On Earth, the heroes plotted their next move. Vegeta, driven by his Saiyan pride, did not hesitate. I'm not waiting around for that vermin to come to us. I'm going straight to Voleom. That's where Gravek met Eldran, right? That planet is probably his base of operations. I don't care if I push past that dimension's limits. If I have to tear my way out, I will. You're not hogging all the fun, Vegeta, said Goku, his expression relaxing slightly. It would be better if we go together. Vegeta shot him a sidelong glance. Fine. Just don't get cocky, Kakarot. I'm sure there's no gap between our power levels this time. You might not even get a turn. We must stop him as soon as possible, intervened Supreme Kai, visibly distressed. When he met Gravek, he wasn't at his full power, but now he has been gathering dark energy. We cannot allow him to become more powerful. Gravek, who had remained silent listening, advanced a few steps. His face still bore a trace of shame for his past, but now showing a new lucidity. You must know that the other two whom Eldran imbued before me won't take long to complete their missions. I don't know the names of the planets they are attacking, but the locations of their portals will be in the databases of my group's ships. Goku nodded, taking command. Goten, Trunks, he said firmly. We have to stop those two groups. You both take care of one of them. Piccolo, I doubt they'll have much trouble this time, but it would be better if you accompany them. I agree, Goku, answered Piccolo. Are they ever gonna stop treating us like kids? Goten muttered, glancing at Trunks. Gohan, continued Goku, you will handle the other group. Your strength will be crucial. Gohan nodded with determination and turned to the Supreme Kai's attendant. Kibito, could you take me to planet Toria? From there, I can take one of the single-seat ships left behind. It would be my pleasure, Gohan. He nodded calmly. I'll take you to Toria first. Afterward, I'll return and take those heading to Voleom straight there. With Gravek's information on Eldran's location, there won't be any room for error. Piccolo intervened, pragmatic. Goten, Trunks, the ship Bulma prepared for Toria will be perfect for us. It's already charged and ready, confirmed Bulma, nodding toward her son. Don't waste a second." Then Piccolo took out a small bag and handed a senzu bean to Gohan. "I don't think you'll need it, but take it just in case. I'll keep 2. "Thanks, Piccolo," replied Gohan, with a respectful nod. "Ub," concluded Goku, "you will stay on Earth. We don't know what Eldran is planning. The Earth needs to be protected." "You can count on me, Master," said Ub firmly. "Come back safe and sound," said Bulma in a low voice, while she watched how the group prepared to depart. "Don't worry, Mom," exclaimed Trunks with a confident smile. "This time there won't be any surprises." Goten nodded, infected by his friend's energy. Immediately, both headed together with Piccolo toward Kami's lookout to board their ship. At the same time, Kibito and Gohan vanished in a flash, bound for Toria. With clear objectives and the teams divided, the warriors entered the White Dimension, heading to the threatened planets to face Eldran's emissaries. After transporting Gohan, Kibito returned to Earth without wasting a single second. The others gathered around him, forming a small circle. In a flash of light, Kibito, Goku, Vegeta, Supreme Kai, and Gravek disappeared, heading to the distant planet Voleom. Upon materializing, the group found themselves in the middle of gloomy ruins, surrounded by crumbled stone arches and dead trees. A thick mist covered the horizon like a motionless curtain, and above them, a dark sky closed off the landscape. There was no life, only a low, persistent hum that seemed to emanate from the bowels of the planet itself. Gravek looked around with a somber expression. "I have been here many times," he said in a low voice. "This zone is close to his fortress." "Where is it exactly?" asked Supreme Kai, whose skin bristled at the atmosphere of the place. "It's not far. Eldran always stayed in the shadows, but his presence is everywhere, as if the air itself were watching us." Gravik clenched his fists, and for the first time, his voice trembled. "His power has grown terrifyingly strong. Every massacred world has fed him, and that energy from hell. Right now, he must be at a level that none of us could have imagined mere months ago." Goku exchanged a serious look with Vegeta. "Looks like there's no room for error this time." They advanced with caution among the rubble. The tension increased with every step. Vegeta, impatient, muttered, "Shh. If he's watching us this closely, let him show his face soon." While they walked, Supreme Kai, with a serious look and a glimpse of worry, addressed Gravek. "Now that you are free from his control, do you think you are still capable of using arcane suppression?" Gravek sighed with a mixture of relief and tiredness in his voice. "No." Eldran was very clear. Once out of the influence of his dark energy, the technique simply stops responding. It seems to be a fail-safe. Although the weight of his sins still clouded his gaze, Gravek seemed to walk a little taller, as if losing that dark power had restored a part of his soul.